Hello friends, my name is BK Kollapre. In this video, we'll take up another problem wherein we will be finding out the radius of gyration about x-axis, radius of gyration about y-axis. For you need to find out Ixx by A and Iyy by A. So you'll have to find out Ixx and Iyy. Correspondingly, you will get Kxx and Kyy. Now this is the figure which is given to you. There is a big triangle, isosceles triangle. From this triangle, we remove this semicircle, we remove this square, we remove this circle. What is the balance? For that, you'll have to find out Ixx and Iyy. So let us divide this figure into simple figures. If I take the reference axis at the bottom as 1, 1. If I divide this figure, I'll take this big triangle as G1. So from that I will deduct this semicircle G2. From that I will deduct this square G3. From that I will deduct this circle G4. We will G1 minus G2 minus G3 and minus G4. So first we will go to find out moment of inertia about the x-axis. If I divide it vertically about y-axis, you see that this y-axis is passing through G1, G2, G3, G4. That means in y direction you can directly find out the moment of inertia. But for xx you will have to draw the table and solve the problem for finding out Ixx. So let us go with to find out Ixx here. So for Ixx we need a tabular column of 6 columns, component area y, ay square and Igx. So let us begin with G1. G1 is a triangle. We know area of triangle is half into base into height. So it will be half into base is 160 into height of the triangle is 230. If you multiply this, you get 10000 as the area. Now here this triangle, the value is 18400. This is a product of area. So here this is a triangle. We are measuring the distance from base, and we know the distance of the centroid of a triangle from the base 1/3 of the height. And how much is the height in this direction? 230. So this will be 230 by 3. This will be equal to 76.67. A into y, you will get the value as 1410728. If you again multiply these two values, you get this will be equal to 1.082 into 10 to the power of 8. 10 to the power of 8. Now we'll go for moment of inertia of triangle. We know moment of inertia of a triangle parallel to the base is given by BH cube by 36, where B is here 160 and height is 230 cube divided by 36. If you simplify this, you get the value as 5407.56 into 10 to the power of 4 into 10 to the power of 4. This is only figure. From this we are going to punch out. So draw a double line here. We will go for deduct. We are deducting G2. What is G2? G2 is a semicircle whose radius is, so what will be the radius given to is 20. R is 20. So area of semicircle is pi r square divided by 2. If you simplify this, you get 628.32. We know the distance of the centroid of a semicircle from the diameter. This is 0.424r. It is coinciding with the axis also. So this distance will be equal to 0.424 into r is 20. If you multiply this, you get this is equal to 8.48. Multiply these two, you get 5328.1. Again you multiply these two, you will get ay square, and this ay square will be 451 8 to 0.6. Then for semicircle, if I draw an axis like this, it is parallel to the diameter and it is parallel to 1 also. So whenever it is parallel to the diameter, the moment of inertia is given by 0.11 r raised to 4. So this will be equal to 0.11 r raised to 4. So this will be 0.11 into r is 20 raised to 4. If you simplify this, you get this 17600. Next we will go to G3. G3 is a square. Area of square is 40 by 40. 40 is the width and 40 is the height here. So 40 by 40. So this will be equal to 1600. We know the center of a square is at the center. This total is 40. So this will be 20. But I want the distance from 1, 1. So what will be the distance from 1, 1? So this will be 20 plus 10. This 20 plus 10 plus 20, half of this. So I need this distance. So 20 plus 10 plus half, that is 20. So 20 plus 10 plus 40 by 2. So this will be equal to 50. If I multiply these two, you get the value as 80000. Again if you multiply these two, you get 4000000. 6 zeros. Now square or rectangle BD cube by 12. BD cube by 12. So here B is 40. D is also 40. Cube divided by 12. You get this value is equal to 2133.3. 2133.3. So again we will go to next component is G4. We are going to deduct G4. G4 is a circle. You should write the radius, always circle, semicircle, quarter circle. Now here this is given to us 40. So diameter is 40. So here radius will be equal to 20. Area of circle will be pi r square. So if you simplify this, you get the value as 1256.64. Now we know the center of the circle is at the center and I want this distance from 1, 1. So how much will be this distance from here? Go on adding 20 plus 10 plus 40 plus 60 plus this radius, half of 20. So that is the distance of the center from bottom. So let me add 20 plus 10 plus 40 plus 60 plus 40 by 2. So if you see, this value is 150 mm. You know A, you know Y, multiply them, you get 188496, and if you once again multiply this, you get 2827.44 into 10 to the power of 4. Now coming to moment of inertia of circle, moment of inertia of circle is pi r raised to 4 divided by 4. So pi r raised to 4 by 4, this will be equal to pi into 20 raised to 4 divided by 4. Simplify this, you get 12566.7. Nothing to deduct here. Now let us just draw a line. So we will find out sigma A. See, sigma A is this minus minus minus, because these three are the deductions here. If you simplify this, you get 14915.04. Likewise sigma AY, this will be equal to this minus this minus this minus this. You get the value as 113690.03.9. Likewise sigma AY square, this minus minus minus, if you do that, 75880 Similarly, if I go for sigma I gx, this minus minus minus, if you simplify, you get 5371.9 into 10 to the power of 4. 0.9 into 10 to the power of 4. Now once you find out these values, you can go for moment of inertia over x-axis. First we will have to find out I y bar is equal to sigma ay by sigma a. So this sigma ay is 113,903.9 divided by area is 14915.04. If you solve for this, you get 76.22 mm. Then we'll go for I in two steps. First one is I11 is equal to, we add last these two columns. So this will be I sigma gx plus sigma ay square. So this will be equal to 5371.9 into 10 to the power of 4 plus 7588047. If you simplify this, you get I11 is equal to 1.296 into 10 to the power of 8 mm raised to 4. Now we are not interested in I11, I want to find out Ixx. Once again we will write, we know that I11 is equal to Ixx plus Ay bar square. So here I11 is 1.296 into 10 to the power of 8 is equal to Ixx plus A is the area 14915.04 into y bar is the one what we have calculated 76.22 square. So Ixx will be equal to 4295.1248 mm raised to 4. So this is the moment of inertia about x-axis. If I want to find out kxx, so this will be under root 42951248 divided by a. A value is 14915.04. If you calculate kxx, you get this is equal to 53.66 mm. 53.66 mm. So this is how we have found out the value of kx by drawing the table. Now we will go for Iyy. To find Iyy, since the figure is symmetrical, about y axis, so we can directly find out the moment of inertia of the whole figure Iyy. So this will be equal to, first is a triangle IGY of G1, then rest are all the deductions, minus IGY of G2 minus IGY of G3 minus IGY of G4. See, whatever we have done in the table, how many additions and how many deductions, same is to be done here. 1, 2, 1 is the major figure, other 3 are the deductions. What is in the table done, same has to be done here also. So this will be equal to, if I go to the triangle, if this is your triangle, if I divide half into, so this will be one half and another half. So if I take moment of inertia about the base and add the two, that will be the moment of inertia. And we know moment of inertia about the base is B d cube by 12 or B s cube by 12. So here B is nothing but the height and h is half of the base. So here this I can write it as twice of h b cube by 12. So B is here h and h will be here b by 2. So B h cube by 12 minus moment of inertia of G2. G2 is a semicircle. It is perpendicular to the diameter. It is pi r raised to 4 divided by 8. Then G3. G3 is a square. It will be B dq by 12 minus G4. It's a circle. Moment of inertia of circle is pi r raised to 4 divided by 4 as we have seen here. So if I simplify the value, twice of h is here 230 into this width. This total is 160. This will be the base height. So this will be equal to 80. You be careful here. B dq by 12 minus pi into 20 raised to 4 divided by 8 minus 40 into 40 cube divided by 12 minus pi into 20 raised to 4 divided by 4. If you simplify this, you get Iyy. So value of Iyy is 1922.484 mm raised to 4. So if I want Kyy, so this will be equal to under root 1922.484 into 10 to the power of 4 mm raised to 4 divided by area. So we have found the area of this as 14915.04. So this, if you simplify, you get this is equal to 35.9 mm. So in this problem, we have found out the radius of gyration about x-axis. To find out, we find out Iyy. We have found out the radius of gyration about y-axis, for which you need Iyy. See, same problem I can ask you to find out polar radius of gyration. So what is polar radius of gyration? That is nothing but Izz divided by A. So what is Izz? This will be equal to Ixx plus Iyy. So that will help you to find out the polar radius of gyration. So what is asked in the problem, you'll have to stick to those calculations. In this problem, I can ask you which is the least moment of inertia also. Again, to find out least moment of inertia, you'll have to find out Ixx, you'll have to find out Iyy. So which is the lesser of the two, that will be the least moment of inertia. So these are the different categories of problem you see in moment of inertia. Please subscribe for the channel for more videos. Press the bell icon for notifications. Comment for questions in the question section. Thank you.